How we doing? How we doing? Um, I ain't got a phone prop yet. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a phone prop. How we doing? It's your boy Loud Crazy coming at you with the truth. Yeah, dig. In case y'all don't know, I be off and on. I get caught up in my own life and what's going on in it. And what I'm saying, be going through my own trials and tribulations and my own mistakes or my own life lessons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But again, my name is Antonio, and so I'm about to, start this video. And the topic, uh, I say why Michael Jackson, they don't let you put 80 letters or something like that. You dig? 60, only let you put like 60 letters. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff that I was trying to do was trying to have some information, you know what I'm saying? A lot of situations I can show, um, and so I kind of like did a little rehearsal earlier today on the way back from work or whatever about how I wanted to approach this. Um, you know what I mean? How I want to approach this, and I wanted to approach it uh, from a hip hop blended, and I might say some stuff that people don't get. Um, Hip hop platform blended, or what I'm saying, a platform, you know what I'm saying, just basically the hip hop platform, and what I'm saying, what the hip hop platform could be used for. And what I'm saying, as a hip hop, what I'm saying, enthusiast, what I'm saying, and I watch a lot of hip hop news and stuff. What I'm saying, uncensored truth, viral hip hop, Sandman or whatever, You God or Oh God or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the ones I tune into every now and then, because a lot of the news and stuff like that, a lot of what they be saying, I really don't care about, because it's frivolous. And why is that, like Takashi 6 9, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, when we talk about it, are we talking about, what we talking about is irrelevant, as far as, oh, Takashi 6 9 snitched. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To me, that isn't news to me. That's not even important. Um, um, but Takashi 6 9 talked about in another aspect, to me, is a point, and this is the what I'm about to try to make. And it's a difficult thing. I got a video, and this is just a follow. Everything is just a follow what I did last time. So the last thing I did was illumination and enlighten, and the difference between those two. You know what I mean? Those are, you know, the you know what I'm saying, the thing that I try to skip to. So of course I'm gonna throw Takashi in. What I was saying about the you know what I'm saying, like the hip hop platforms, as far as hip hop news, and how we getting all this news and how we getting all this stuff about these artists. They come to these platforms and they want to speak, or they get called to the platforms and they want to tell their side of the story or whatever's going on, which is okay. But here's the truth. Um, my truth is, what I'm trying to do here is, see, I blend all these things together. Which is, because this is what I was talking about earlier. Let's get this straight, because it was a lot of stuff I wasn't writing stuff down. I'm just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? I walk, and I don't have no car or nothing, no career job. Just I'm probably lesser than a regular Joe. I'm probably beneath regular Joe. You know what I mean? So, but that's not the situation that I'm trying to point out. You know what I mean? Uh, you know what I'm saying? You got hip hop platforms, hip hop news platforms. You know what I mean? Give me a second. Give me a second. So you got hip hop platforms, hip hop news platforms, and so here's the thing. Because like again, I'm saying when people talk about certain stuff, I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to even tune in. I'm gonna just scroll right past that because I don't see why would I care that this dude's a snitch, right? That's like a rapper. It was a rapper named Big Leech, that ate a woman. They got on PCP. This way back in the day, like back in the '90s, and and this dude ate a woman. You know what I mean? Just ate the woman. You feel me? Um, and I didn't care. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I cared about the woman. I don't care about you know. You know what I mean? I don't care about. You know, there's a lot of people that have done a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? That I really don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't care about Tupac's life. I didn't care about Tupac. Period. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I ain't never cared about Tupac. I ain't care about no Biggie or none of that. I was just a fan of hip hop. So whatever you had to say about his rap, if he was coming out with a new album, if he was coming out with a new movie, see, I was interested in that. I was interested in, you know, like if he was saying, you know, I'm for this movement, I'm for the civil rights movement, I'm from the black, to inspire blacks to uplift black. And he got this whole new thing going about how he gonna go about doing it, and then they want to interview him on it. You feel me? Then that would interest me. You know what I mean? But Tupac spit on somebody. I'm not gonna go to the news to read about that. All right, that does not interest me. Now, the first thing, so I'm gonna get back to uh, first I'm gonna get back to um, about how we need to blend it, how we need to blend. Okay, so this is what I came up with earlier. You have, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop news, all right, and they cover things or people in hip hop, right? Man, they cover people in music, right? See, this is my thing because I feel like, okay, well, cover. Right. This got to become more than just a hip hop, some rapper snitching. It's got to become more than that because there's a lot going on. Now, I feel like, you know, I just feel like one of the things that Sandman and Old Guy would touch on, or anybody else that I've been listening to, of course, Red Pill, Blue Pill may have, you know what I'm saying? Haven't heard from Dr. Umar. And for these, and if some of you people that I'm mentioning in this video, you know what I'm saying, have, you know, like, oh, well, come on, I do this stuff all the time. I'm not a follower. Right, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a follower. I tune in Pacific, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not too thrilled about getting notifications. You know, you got Facebook, you got Instagram. If you turn on notifications for all that, your phone be going off all day. Right, you know, I'm not the one that's finna sit up here and subscribe to notifications and stuff like that because I don't want to hear your notifications. I don't want to, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Keep getting notifications, okay? Now, if if the hip hop platform, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? This was I was saying earlier. Because I would talk about this. Let me get that guy's name right quick. Don't know his full name. Patriots owner Robert Kraft charged with soliciting prostitution. Feel me? Now, a lot of hip hop platforms wouldn't touch on this because it's not hip hop. Right. Yeah. You know. See, they touching on R. Kelly. They have something to say about Michael Jackson. So they got something to say about. I don't even know what Bill Cosby don't do music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hip hop is not a black thing anymore. Okay. Right. I feel like hip hop is in everything now, right? So that gives me the option. That gives me the choice to talk about things. Right. All right. Because football, we got the NFL, right? And I was going over this earlier. I'm probably not going to put everything like I had it because, you know, when you're thinking hard, it comes correct. But now that I'm just blurting it out without writing anything or something like that, I'm having a hard time going by getting to the point I'm trying to get to. And I'm trying to kind of like rush because I know, you know, I kind of got myself on a time limit. So, when we talk about the NFL, you talking about hip hop, right? You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is involved in it, right? And I feel, and you know what I'm saying? You got the you when we talk about hip hop, you got the mainly and mostly black NFL players listen to hip hop and they hang around hip hop artists, okay? Hip hop and hip hop artists love sports people for some reason. Right. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But they love basketball players. They love football players. Right. You know what I'm saying? You see hip hop artists, you know, with football players, with basketball players. They at the games, they chilling with them. They at the you know what I mean? You know, hip hop artists got a thing with sports, and sports got a thing with hip hop artists, okay? Just as though you can turn on ESPN and see Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Wiz Khalifa. You can see these different people when you click on these sports channels commentating on players and teams and stuff. Right. Like, you know, and some of these people ain't never even, for one, been to college. Right. And some of these people ain't even never played a basketball game or a football game. But you know what? Right. They still on the show because sports has a lot to do. Hip hop is involved in sports as well as sports is involved in hip hop. You got the culture. The hip hop culture is in NFL. Back in the day, you had Nike. Yeah, you see the hats. You look on the sideline. You see the hats the players wearing. It'll have a Nike sign. It'll have a Reebok. It'll have Starter. Right. It'll have Champs. Right. So now the new trend is New Era. Right. So when you look on the sidelines, what are the players wearing? They wearing a New Era hat. Well, I don't know if the dude who makes New Era is white or black. It really don't matter to me. But what I'm trying to point out here is that hat, the New Era hat, that is a hip hop culture. That's a big thing in hip hop culture. For one, it's a big thing in black culture. Now you're gonna see a lot of black people keeping the stickers on the hat. They're gonna want to rock the hat. They're gonna want to leave the sticker on the hat. That's a thing. You know what I'm saying? And then you look to the sideline, and what you see the new era caps. Like I said again, a white person, a Persian, right, Russian. I don't know who made the hat. All I'm saying is this. You know what I'm saying? That is part of the hip hop culture, though. Before that hat was in the NFL, it was hip hop artists. That's all you would see in their videos was those new era caps. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to make a point is, that's how big hip hop had. That's how big an influence hip hop has on NFL. It has on the sports. Therefore, giving me the outlet. Right. See, I don't need to have a hip hop artist to talk about an issue. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about the issue because hip hop is involved in it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is involved in the NFL. People use hip hop. You watch the commercials, you see the commercials, and you know what I'm saying? You listen to these commercials, they playing the new trap beats. All right, they got the trap beats playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? You see an NFL commercial, they playing a trap type beat in the background. Right? You know, they sugared it down. They sugared it up, you know, made it sweet for you. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it ain't so hard and so gutter, but at the same time, it's a trap beat. Right? That's a trap beat technique. Right? Which lets you know that's influenced by hip hop. So why wouldn't I be so this is the type of guy I am, because I'm not going to exclude you, because like, so if I say something about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the NFL, you see what I'm saying? Somebody will say, well, that had nothing to do with hip hop. Why are you talking about it? Well, it does have something to do with hip hop because hip hop is involved in it. That's what gives me the choice to choose whether I want to talk about it or not. You know what I'm saying? And so if we're going to sit up here and because if you go to some of my videos, I got a video, Illumination, enlighten, illumination and stuff like that. You can go back to them because I'm really not finna go, hey, you know what I'm saying, back over this stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I was talking about was that the fact that God flooded the earth. And one of the reasons, and one of the biggest reasons, and one of the biggest sins, and one of the biggest poisons, and one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, things that God didn't like was the fact that the overindulgence in sex and drugs, like drinks, you know, drinking and stuff like that. Like, he don't care that you drink. That's not the problem. You know what I'm saying? He cool with, he don't care that you drink. It's how you indulge. You overindulge, you make it just like diet food, right? So you see somebody with a diet Dr. Pepper. Well, when you look at the diet Dr. Pepper, it's diet, right? So you can say that, you will say that can of soda, right? That's a healthy thing, right? But let me tell you something. This is news. You know what I'm saying? I guess to some people, if you start to drink 4 or 5 of those in a day, if you go through 5 of those, it's not healthy anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes unhealthy. If you get a broccoli, right? You get a piece of broccoli, right? And the broccoli's green. That's healthy, right? That's healthy. The broccoli's green and fresh, right? But when you get a piece of broccoli, right, and it's a little brown, it got a little brown on it, something that's dying can't be healthy. You know what I'm saying? You can't stick something dying in your body. You know what I'm saying? And think that's healthy for you, because they, you know, the thing is, vegetables are healthy. Diet soda is healthy until, you know what I'm saying? There's a point where that's not healthy anymore. If you can drink a can a day, a diet Dr. Pepper might be healthy. But if you drink 4, 5, 6 of them in one day, you know what I'm saying? Every day, the diet, just because it says diet, you are not, it actually becomes the same as a regular soda. Now you can drink two regular sodas that's unhealthy. You feel me? You drink 2 diet sodas, it's not as unhealthy. But so you gotta double it. Right? So if you drink 4 cans of soda, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much the same as drinking a regular soda. Right? It's not no healthy. You can make, if you sit there with a Sara Lee cake, right? You got you a Sara Lee, right? You know, Sara Lee all about health, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? You sit there, you got you a Sara Lee cake. You eat that one cake and go on by your business, you good. If you just start going in on cakes, right, you still gonna get fat, right? You know what I'm saying? If you trying to get fat, you trying to gain weight or whatever, right, you still gonna get fat. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who, what in your right mind feel like you can just overindulge and stuff and it's not going to have no effect. Because it say diet, or because it says God said, you know what I'm saying, it's cool to drink. Right. Obviously, Jesus turned water to wine, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's obviously okay to drink. But once you indulge and once you continue and you overly do it, you know what I'm saying, then it makes it corrupted. Right. You start to corrupt that which is, right? So, you know what I'm saying, God flooded the earth because of that, right? And he gonna continue doing it, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. He came back again, like I said, in Sodom and Gomorrah, he came back again. Right. He came when, for one, he came with Moses. People don't like the, I pull that in. It's a different element as far as how it's, how it's written. You see what I'm saying? It's a different element. You see what I'm saying? But it's the same thing, because Pharaoh, you know, even though he had his queen or whatever, he was still overindulging. He was going too much in. And God will come. I'm telling you, when a place becomes toxic with sex and drugs, God is coming. And this right here is just in my this is just right here is in my theory. Now, this is just my conspiracy theory, that the reason why Katrina happened is for that very reason. That's in my opinion. You're the #1 murder capital. You promote sex and drugs. Right, you know what I'm saying? Again, he flooded the earth because of this. Right? Because of these things. Right. That's what people don't like to talk about, because people like to have sex. Right. This is what people don't like to talk about, because people like to drink. Right. So those things, when they talking about him flooding the earth, right, they not mentioning the reasons why. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. They not. You go to any church. Right. You go to any church. Right. They might briefly touch on that because they love to go back to Adam and Eve and everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they really, you really go to church and they really talk about him flooding the earth. And if they do talk about him flooding the earth, they don't talk about the reason why he flooded the earth. Because a lot of people wouldn't come back to church. Right, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people would scary because they don't want to stop overindulging. Just like when you see a homosexual in church, right? You already know it, bruh. If you ain't got no, if you don't have no plans on changing, bruh, right, back into a man, right? He's not going to. I'm not even gonna say what he's not or will do. Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna say this. I'm just saying, do you know how ridiculous that look for you to be standing in church? Right? You know what I'm saying? Right. When it says in some books that what book was I reading? I forgot what book I was reading. You know what I'm saying? Forgot what book I was reading. I want to say Colossians or Colossian or somewhere around there. But I'm not even going to go into that. See, because I get to wandering off and talking about something different. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I wanted to point that out because of the corruption. And I wanted to point out that I wanted to point out that on my platform, I want to talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because the NFL is a part of hip hop now. You see what I'm saying? So I'm finna start pointing out the corrupted issues and how it's like a cup of water, like Bruce Lee said. Right. And the water flows, right? Right, you know what I mean? Right. But this is a bad thing. The way Bruce Lee was putting it, it was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But this, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But this, you know what I'm saying, is a bag. This is a cup of water, and it fell over. And you can't catch water, right? You know how you put a cup on a kitchen sink and it accidentally fall, right? Right. You can't catch that water though. Right. The water gonna fall out. Right. Regardless of how fast you can catch the cup. Right. The cup fall, you can catch the water still coming out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's how bad. Right. That's how overflowing. That's how much stuff is pouring out right now. So before I get to this guy, you know, we're just gonna go through some people. I just wanted to get his name right quick. Robert Kraft. Right. So, right, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Robert Kraft, and the first person I'm gonna pull up, you know what I'm saying, is Bill Cosby. And I'm just pulling him up, and I'm not finna pull him up. I got this big story. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just to get, you know, a synopsis on different stuff. Okay. Now, says right here, on this one right here, say Bill Cosby having a great time in prison, man. Look, Bill Cosby having a great time in prison, man. Oh, bruh. Try to move this light a little closer. People won't think I'm just sick. You know, sometimes you can't see me in the light. I look like I'm dying or something. It could be. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put some light, you know what I'm saying, on the situation. You feel? Just trying to put some light on the situation. Now, Bill Cosby, you know, in prison right now. Because some women, we go to corruption. You know what I'm saying? We go to corruption because some women,
disgraced comedian Bill Cosby is making the best of his time in prison.
Bill Cosby making the best of his time in prison. Right? That's what it said, man. You know what I'm saying? But, so anyway. And it's not and you see right here,
Bill Cosby is a stand-up comedian and actor. He became
about a month ago from biographics, right? Bill Cosby is a stand-up comedian and actor. He became an American icon and someone who millions of people look to as a father figure and a moral compass. For one, I never looked at him as a father figure. Right, you know what I'm saying? Man. I didn't look at Bill Cosby's show. I thought it was just funny. Hey, I wasn't looking at the dude. None of that was going on in my house, for one. Right? It wasn't nobody to have that many people walk through your door. Like, you look at the Cosby Show, to have that many people walk through your door and be about positivity, right? Be about education, be about inspiring, uplifting, right? You know what I'm saying? Educating and all that, right? That many people to walk through your door to be on that same thing right there, right? Now, here's the thing. Because in my real life, you lucky if one person through your whole life, you know what I'm saying, walks through the door on some stuff like that. So for him to be a father figure, you can't raise me, bro. Because I'm telling you, ain't nothing. Somebody else is raising me. Ain't nobody getting raised through a TV. You getting manipulated and brainwashed, you're not getting raised. Right? You're getting raised under your roof, whoever around you, okay? All right? Now, it goes on to say he disappointed the entire world. Look how they fought for one, that's false advertising. To say that. Disappointed the entire world. I'm not disappointed. Right, you know what I'm saying? Am I included in this world? Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. You put, he would disappoint the entire. You took it there with that one. Right, you know what I'm saying? You pushed it a little bit. When they began to learn that he was not at all the wonderful person that he portrayed himself to be. Oh, they found out he wasn't the wonderful person. A character. Right, you know that? Everybody found out he wasn't the character he portrayed on TV. That's saying like, all right, we should be mad at Denzel. Because he really not King Kong, man. Right, you know what I'm saying? We found out Denzel is not King Kong, man. Right. Right, you know? He is not the dude with a Training Day. What's the name? Woman in the red dress, woman in the blue dress? Lady in the blue dress? Creole in the blue dress? What's the name of the movie? That brother ain't even that brother, man. Can you believe that? Can you believe can you believe Chadwick is not even Black Panther? Can you believe that? You know what I'm saying? Can you believe Chadwick? He ain't even the Black Panther, man. And guess what? Hey, I'm gonna say it, because the dude right here, he go, hey, look, if he can do it, I can do it. Look, the entire world is mad, right? Because Boss Chadwick, you know what I'm saying, is not the Black Panther, okay? They have found out he lied, Wakanda ain't real. So Bill Cosby ain't real. Bill Cosby was never real. Well, said the Cosby Show. Right, you know what I'm saying? It was a show, man. You know what I'm saying? Said the Cosby. It didn't say Bill. If it would have been like Bill Cosby, what some people do. Some people got their show's name, the Hugleys. Right. Remember the Hugleys? You know damn well DL. Beware. Come on, man. Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We know we ain't really in D-Well house, man. Right. We ain't in D-L house for real. Right. We ain't under Cosby roof for real. People already know that Bill Cosby mean, man. everybody know this. If you was alive 20, 30 years ago, you know Bill Cosby a mean dude, man. He ain't even really mean. Bill Cosby is not mean. Right. Let me take that back. Bill Cosby is your grandfather. Now, is he your real grandfather? No. Right. What I mean by that is, look at your grandfather. Right. You see how low tolerance he got? Right. You see how low his tolerance is? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't like him either, do you? Right. What about your grandmother? You know your grandmother clean. You gonna have to clean that. Right. You can't just come to our house and just dirty up her house. Right? So you don't want to go to a house, do you? Right. That's why people hate Bill Cosby. Right. You don't want to go to your grandparents' house, do you? Because you know it ain't all that little playing stuff. They ain't having it. They ain't having it. And Bill Cosby wasn't either. Right? When he spoke to you. Because what he telling you was always the truth. Right. Whatever he told you that offended you. Because this is how black people talk. This is how Bill Cosby talked to black people. When he's trying to reach out to black people. Right. Y'all black people need to quit being niggas. Right. You know what I'm saying? Quit doing. This is how he talk, man. Right. That's how he comes straight at you like that. And a lot of people was offended by Cosby. With the comments that he made, but really he telling you the truth and you just don't want to change. Right. You caught up. Right. You feel me? And you just don't want to change that right now, so it's messing with you. Right. But really he telling you the truth. Right. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Right. I've never been against Cosby. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right. Years ago or whatever. Right. I've never been against him because I'm never gonna knock the truth. Yeah. It's a reason why I don't argue with my grandmother. It's a reason why I listen to her. Right. It's because, for one, she's a Baptist, a Christian, or whatever. Okay? Right. And she goes to church faithfully. Right. And when she talks to me, she's not talking to me out of her own emotions and stuff. Right. She's talking to me straight out the Bible. Right. She picking the Bible, everything she's saying, and everything she's telling me is coming straight from the Bible. Now, why would I sit up there and argue with her? Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Why would I argue with her whenever I know everything she's telling me? This is my thing. When somebody's telling you the truth, they could be doing, this goes as far as, I'm finna take it deep. Child molester. Wow. Let's say a child molester. A child molester telling you the truth. Right? I'm not going to not listen to him tell the truth. Because he's a child molester. Because that's how stuff happen to people before they can react. Right. So now you can't react because you choosing to listen. You using to the things that you would use to save yourself. You rejecting them because of the people who delivering it to you. Right. Like nobody wants to listen to the ugly person, or nobody wants to listen to the person who they think is crazy. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. They don't want to listen to the person who they think is crazy. You see what I'm saying? Now, so they will overlook something that could have helped them. Right. But they ignored it. Which makes you kind of, because like I say, especially, if this is reaching the gospel people, the church people, the Christians, the whoever, right, the spiritual people, you see what I'm saying? God will send a murderer. Hence, Moses, hey, you know what I'm saying? Okay, hey, you know what I'm saying? He murdered somebody in self-defense, but he murdered him. Right, you know what I'm saying? He didn't go he murdered him in self-defense, but he murdered him. Okay? But God, see, any other person won't want to listen to him. Oh, he a murderer. Right, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he killed her. So if everybody that crossed that Red Sea chose to say, well, he's a murderer. Right. Oh, he's a bum. He's not He ain't even a Hebrew. Right. This dude is he not even a Jew. He a Jew. He ain't even a Hebrew. Right. Or whatever Moses was. Right. Nah, he not really what he's saying. Nah. Look how many people wouldn't have made it across the Red Sea. Right. If they would have went off that. You see what I'm saying? So you got Bill Cosby, and so I'm just go keep jumping. You know, I don't really got much to say to him. I'm just going to say these names because there's a lot of corruption going on. So I'm just pointing out. I'm right now. I'm point out 3 things that relate to one another. As far as this stuff keeps happening. This stuff keeps happening. Yeah. Okay.
It's going to take a long time for Bill Cosby to pay off his reported $282,000 of unpaid legal bills, at least if he's planning to use his prison earnings. According to TMZ, the sitcom star was once the world's highest paid actor, raking in a total of $84 million in 1980s.
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly is out of jail once again after someone paid his outstanding child support bill.
Somebody paid his outstanding child support bill. Right. Is facing new sexual abuse allegations. A Pennsylvania man says he found a videotape which he believes shows R. Kelly abusing young girls. Criminal defense and legislation attorney Alex Little joined CBS in to explain what's next for R. Kelly's legal problems. Okay. R. Kelly just, you know, not too long ago, which they showing a video right here. I wish.
Showing R. Kelly having sex with underage girls is now in the hands of investigators.
Third video allegedly showing R. Kelly a day after the singer was released from jail. A day after the singer was released from jail, third video allegedly showing R. Kelly having sex with the minor turned over. You know what I'm saying? So that was real quick. Right. And I had a lot to say about R. Kelly, and I had a lot to say about these people on Earth. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Three million viewers. That show, Nora O'Donnell, Gail King, John Dickerson, and Bianna Galadriga. Well, hey, I don't even know if I said that right. Delivering. It's for one, it's an award-winning broadcast. Presents a mix of daily news. They give insightful source of news and information to a daily audience. Right? A daily audience of 3 million viewers. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people. I really don't have nothing to say about it. Like I said, I'm just throwing out some names here. Right. We finna to get ready to start mushing stuff together. Because what I want people to know that this is all related. This is no conspiracy theory. This is related through something else. Right. It's not related. These people might not know each other. Right. Bill Cosby might not know R. Kelly personally. Okay. I'm just pointing out some things. You know, so we know R. Kelly's going through his legal situations. They came out with this show, you know, Surviving R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? They came out with the docu-series. You know what I'm saying? And recently he was on CBS this morning, you know, with Gail King, live interview, broke down in tears. You know what I'm saying? Really, it's really starting to get under the skin. Big spectacle. You know what I'm saying? Day later, his 2 wives or whoever they supposed to be show up. You know what I'm saying? And say what they got to say. You know. You know, say what they got to say. R. Kelly came back. R. Kelly came back. Next thing you know, R. Kelly in jail. R. Kelly in jail, child support and everything. You see what I'm saying? Later on in the third, now, hold on, let me turn my eye. Is it on? Somebody can't detect it. Okay. Oh, we got some more. R. Kelly, we can go all day if I really could, but R. Kelly and what he did is important to me. Yeah, it really is not important to me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, as far as how long I can go into this, you know what I'm saying? We be talking about R. Kelly all day, you know? Right? So I'm supposed to go into, you know what I'm saying, this next person was the third person would be Robert. Right. You know, Robert Kelly. We're moving on to Robert Kraft. Right. Okay. Right. We don't want to skip him either. Right. Right. Since they like putting people out there, you know. Right. We don't want to look over him. Right. He been doing this. We don't know. He's 77. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's 77 years old. We don't know how long he been. We know R. Kelly been doing 20, 30 years. Right. Okay. 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 Make this mug load up. So we got Ronald. We got because we missing a lot here, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep bringing stuff. I know this video is getting long, and I've said a lot of stuff. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna try to. I mean, stuff posting up, but.
Busted. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft is charged with 2 counts of.
New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft. Explosive. Right. Daily Mail TV to discuss the explosive allegations against New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft has hired top lawyers to defend him against misdemeanor solicitation of prostitution. You see this? That's a misdemeanor. Right. Right. How all of a sudden? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a misdemeanor. Damn. But damn, what is Bill Cosby locked up for? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right? For you to turn around and say that to defend himself against misdemeanor. You know what a misdemeanor is? Right. For one, it's a slap on the wrist. Right. Let's just get that straight. Yeah. For you to come in, that's a DUI. That's a driving. That's a sitting in your car while you're drunk. They ain't even driving drunk. I don't even know what they call it. That's a sitting in your car while you drunk. Right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you sitting in your car and you know you drunk, you about to get out tomorrow, right? Right, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's like a misdemeanor, man. It's nothing. But what are we talking about here? So they don't even want to mention it. So I'm going to go to another one because they trying to protect the dude. Look, they said, you see what I'm saying? They trying to protect him because, again, like, watch this. Now I can go to some previous, I'm going to go back to Robert Kelly. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, yeah, I'm going to just go back to Robert since I only got to delete half the word. That Robert Kraft just go on delete Kraft. It's ironic how both of their names start with their initials the same, RK. Right, it's just ironic. You know what I'm saying? For one, it's just how quick I pick up on things. You know what I mean? R. Kelly, look at it. Now, if I hit R. Kelly video, right? Let's talk about. Hey, let's talk about. That's how you. Let's talk about R. Kelly breaking his silence about sexual abuse charges that landed him in jail last month. The entitled R&B singer spoke with CBS this morning. The co-host Gayle King for nearly 80 minutes Tuesday. He said all the women now accusing him of physical and sexual abuse are lying. You know what I'm saying? You know, but anyway, it wasn't what I was looking for, but you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We'll go back.
Patriots owner Robert Kraft is charged with 2 counts of soliciting prostitution.
Soliciting prostitution. But in this headline right here, okay, there you go. Defending hired top lawyers to defend him against misdemeanor solicitation of prostitution charges. Misdemeanor against misdemeanor solicitation of prostitution charges. You know what I'm saying? There goes something else. All right, now I'm gonna stop right here on these 3 right here. All right, I'm gonna stop on these 3 because I want to ask a question. Right, I want to ask a question. What do these 3 crimes have in common? Besides that, you got 3 rich dudes. Can we say that? Because that's not what I'm looking for. What do these have in common? I'm gonna tell you what they have in common. They all include sex, don't it? Right. With numerous of women. That's what they have in common. Hey, and each situation is a bad way to go by getting a woman. You know what I mean? Hey, Bill Cosby, you slip women some pills. That's what they saying. Right, you know, okay, that's not a good, right, that's not good. Right. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly, you get them while they're young so you can mold their mind to what you want them to do. Right, you know what I'm saying? Okay, and you probably get them high, cocaine and different drugs and liquor. Right, where they extremely, if you take a 15-year-old, you take a teenager, especially a 15, 14, 13-year-old, and you give them cocaine and you give them drinks, right, trust me, they are extremely, right, you know what I'm saying, on another level vulnerable. Okay? Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. Now let's go on to this Robert Kraft. Soliciting women. Supposedly he got a drug. Supposedly let me tell you, for one, we can debate this, because my thing was what I just said a while ago. It looked like they trying to defend him, right? Right. Because they keep it this very short, and then they use the word misdemeanor. Misdemeanor is basically he getting out, right? You know, he ain't finna. This won't even be on his record. You feel me? Okay. But another reason why I say that they look like they're trying to defend him, because this wasn't the original charge. The original charge are the original statements and statements said by news people and media, was that he was involved in human trafficking. You know what I mean? And this soliciting of women could mean the same thing. Okay, if that's how you want to put it. But I would rather hear human trafficking. Right, you know what I'm saying? You soliciting women to prostitute. You got this big ring, you and this all these other people. You feel me? One thing I want you to realize, is that, you know what I'm saying, the whole sex thing, right? Everything's geared, everybody's sexual, right? You know what I'm saying? It's at an all time high. The whole time I've been alive, I've never seen, you know, back in the day you had the Freaknik. You go to Philly, you go to Atlanta, you go to Texas, you know what I'm saying? You can, you know what I'm saying? You can do these things, right? Even then, what we are witnessing today, the boldness, right? They put it in your face, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't give a damn. And one of the things that was an eye opener for me. One of the things that was an eye opener for me, and I just had seen it. I'm trying to get back to it. Try to get back to it. Try to find it. See. Okay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. Woo, they was hot. It was hot. It was hot. Who was that speaking? Okay, before I go to this, I'm gonna go to Tony Rock. Okay, I'm gonna go to Tony Rock and Sam Matt and you. Oh God, brought this, and I, you know, it might not have been them. It might have been somebody else. Tony Rock comments. Okay. And I hope I can find this video. Here it is.
Pick Steve Harvey as the representative for all things black. Steve Harvey, let's keep this shit funky. Steve Harvey is on his third marriage. His third wife was mistress to his second wife. Yet, black people have anointed this motherfucker the oracle when it comes to black dating. This nigga wrote a book on dating. You on your third wife, homie? With all respect, why can't we pick a nigga that know what he's talking about? Not D.L. Hughley, married for 25 years, same woman. Steve Harvey. And now he met with Trump. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Is Donald Trump going on Family Feud?
All right, y'all. And that was Tony Rock. And Tony Rock's had something to say on Steve Harvey. Because, you know, this might come up. This might come up. So another eye opener. You don't keep opening eyes, man. Keep opening eyes. Is Monique. Right. Beautiful sister Monique. Happy with her very supportive husband. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who's on the same page. Who's right beside his wife. Who, when his wife doesn't have the knowledge or has the words, he always has the knowledge and he always has the words. Right, that she leads. I just wanted to point that out. Right, from this brother, every time I see this brother with Monique, okay, right, whatever Monique can't express, right, this brother gonna put it into some words for. All right, all right, this brother most definitely is, and he looks like a dude, like he's gonna, he look like he remind me on a down low dude. You know how Stella got a groove back? Hey, you know what I mean? The lady that got her groove back, that wrote that book, end up her dude that gave her the groove back, right? You know what I mean? Right. End up writing the book, or she had to write, called the down low. Right. He was on the down low. It's kind of what he looked like. I don't want this brother because he's a good brother right now. And I hope y'all die together, man, and have a marvelous, wonderful life together, man. You don't come out the closet with no bull or get caught cheating, because you're talking heavy talk right here, man. That's how you're supposed to stand by your girl. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to stand by your wife. But anyhow, and this interview is long, and I'm not even finna to go in and try to pinpoint, because this is an hour video, okay?
Hello, everyone. That is a lot of life.
But what I wanted her to get to is, she said a lot of stuff, and it's all jumbled up throughout. Was it right, or was it right off of ratings?
We had
one of the things she said about Steve Hart, one of the things she was saying was how people are. Hey, you know what I mean? And she said that Oprah had, told her about it. I'm gonna invite your husband, or your brother, right, to this show, which to me is, what do you mean? Right. Where do you get off feeling like you can go to my people and inquire about things that in the past that I've talked about? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you get off? Why do you want him on your show to say what? Right. You know what I mean? That's already disrespectful. It's already very disrespectful. Right. And she said a woman told her that it was just gonna be that, and then a woman turned around. Here's what stood out to me. Right. Then Oprah turns around and says, "Well, I didn't know that I didn't know they were all gonna be here. I didn't know they all was gonna be here." And then her husband, like I say, he's always there for her. He went on to clarify a little bit more by saying, since that time, Monique has had her own talk show and done other things, and now we know, because at first they didn't have no talk show, right? At first they didn't have no talk, but she was like, well, he said, well, now that we've had our own talk show, we know how the ropes go. We know how it go, and we know now that anybody that's supposed to be on that show, they coming. Right? Ain't nobody there at that show that ain't supposed to be there. Right? Because if they was, you would know about it. Okay? Hey. That's just to point out something, to clarify the corruption. What's going on? Now they want to put Michael Jackson on blast. See if they can make some money back to the NFL. Right. So now if it's a type of Colin I don't even know how to spell dude. Kaepernick. Okay. Okay, we got a lot of things on Colin Kaepernick. Shannon Sharp was surprised that by Kaepernick's settlement with the NFL. So I guess they gonna go ahead and let him play for a team now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because Colin Kaepernick need money, man. He been riding this thing out, man. You know what I mean? And just for the record, you know what I'm saying? I've never felt like he was black. If you if you told me Colin Kaepernick was black, I wouldn't believe you, man. Hey, I wouldn't even believe you, man. He looked like he Mexican and white. Okay. But anyway, Colin Kaepernick kneels during the national anthems. You know, other players try to join in. You know what I'm saying? It gets a big response. People get mad. You see two sides. You see that racism still exists, and people don't want to let go of racism. People don't want to let go of hating people. There goes more to corruption. You know what I'm saying? The mockery made. For one, it's a mockery toward black people. Basically, you saying when somebody comes to you and say, you know, I don't want to wear this hat because it hung our people. It used to hang black people. Right? It represents the lynching of blacks. There's a story behind it. And this is just, I'm speaking just hypothetical, just throwing something out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody came to you and told you that, and you turned around and said, and was upset, like, no, fuck that, you gonna wear the fucking hat, right? Or something. I don't give a fuck. You gonna wear. That's basically what people are saying when they go against that. Because the facts is the facts. We can sit here and be like, that's the national flag. Some people sit up here and say that song is singing about the death of blacks. Right. It's with the song, the words and stuff. You see what I'm saying? Right. The song has a history, and the history is a fact. Right. You know what I'm saying? The history is a fact. It really happened. And these people are saying, you know, those are my ancestors, and out of respect, you know, in honor of them, I don't want to wear this hat. Right? And some people, oh, what? How could you be mad because somebody don't want to wear the hat they people got hung in? And I'm still speaking, I'm still throwing my little hat thing in there. You know what I'm saying? How could you be mad? You know, why is there even an argument? You know what I'm saying? And then you got the other side, right? And I don't even want to say this because it don't have shit to do with this. But sometimes I just think when I'm talking, something will pop up. And when I said that, what came in my head was program black people. Because the black people ain't really tripping. All they give a fuck is about is a damn hat. They get a hat and a jersey. They get to go to the game. It's all good. Right. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the racism shit going on. You know what I'm saying? If I can just get a ticket to the game, you got a lot of black people. There's no way in hell this dude could say, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna still, this song means this, that, and people say, well, fuck you. Right, you know what I'm saying? And I'm be worried about the damn game. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm gonna be worried about the game coming on Sunday. I'm not really worried about that game anymore. Because the NFL is racist. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They just proved that. And nobody has nothing to say. And we're not even talking about the fans. Alright. What I didn't understand about Colin Kaepernick was why take a knee? You know, I'm not gonna read much into it, but I'm looking at this picture. It's showing ABC News the first time Kaepernick kneeled, which nobody even recognized. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, well, nobody didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? From protest to a Nike campaign. CBS Sports. Colin Kaepernick refused to stand for national anthem. Question. When a national anthem comes on, do you put your hand on your heart? You know what I mean? I see people take their hat off and put their hand on their heart. Right, put it on their heart. I thought that was the main thing, because standing up doesn't mean nothing, right? You know what I mean? Unless you have to, when you put your hand on your heart, that's what makes it you know, right? Okay, but what I don't understand is Kaepernick kneeled on one knee during a thing that you think, or that you feel, or that you have, that you say is a racist. You know what I'm saying? This song really represents the lynching, the murders of black people, right? Colin Kaepernick, what do you think black people had to do back in them days? You know what they had to do? They had to do exactly what you did. They had to kneel on one knee. Right. They had to bow down. Right. They had to basically submit. That's the only thing I don't understand about Colin Kaepernick. Right. It's why you getting down on one knee. Right. That's a form of submission. Right. You submitting. Right. You're kneeling when the song comes on. Right. But I don't understand why you just didn't stand up. Right. Why you just didn't walk around like everybody else, man? It's people at the nacho stand, man. Still get nacho. They ain't stopped, bro. Right. They ain't put their hand on their heart. Go see for yourself. Right. Go to a football game as a fan, man. Go to a baseball game as a fan. Go to a basketball. Go to a soccer. When they stand, everybody is not putting their hands on their heart, man. Right. Everybody that was sitting, them 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 seats. Out of every 30, 40,000, everybody didn't stand up. Right. I'm just keeping real, man. Out of the people that's out there buying nachos and popcorn at the time and stuff, they didn't stop walking. Right. There's some people that just kept on going, man. Right. That national anthem came on. Them people didn't stop. Them people kept eating their nachos, man. Right. The people at the nacho stand, that work behind the nacho stand. When people was coming up getting nachos, Get what they did, man. They continued to give him nachos. While the song playing, they handed him nachos over the counter, bro. Hey, you know what I mean? In other words, what I'm saying is, look at your surroundings, man. That's how I operate. I know I'm not far in life. I know I'm not successful. But that's how I don't get in trouble all the time. Like when I'm on break, and if I go to a new job, right, and I want to know where to smoke, I don't know if I can smoke right here. When I don't know if I can smoke right here, you know what I do? I look for cigarettes. I start looking for cigarettes on the ground. If I see one cigarette, this is where I'm gonna smoke. I don't care about the no smoking sign. Soon as I see that people coming right here smoking, hey, I'm smoking with them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I operate. If I look up, see, I don't really want to sit down, stand up, or whatever for no national anthem. You know what I'm saying? But when it's happening, when the national anthem is going on, you know what I do? I look around. And I see if people just walking, and when I'm not, and once I see people ain't, hey, look, that's how I operate, man. Now, if I just don't see why you can't look, bro, you didn't even have to put your hand on your heart, man. You could have went and stood in back of some other football players if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Your behavior is like one that just learned. Somebody just taught you that. And it got under your skin. Because I feel like you've been alive. You went all through college. We should have some college. You played college football. We should have some college footage of you kneeling. But yet we don't. Okay. We don't got that. So, you know what I'm saying? What I believe is that you got some information, got some facts, somebody dropped some jewels, or somehow you got some jewels dropped on you. You know what I'm saying? And then try to, because some people do, that's how a lot of people become into themselves and who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like when people become activists, a lot of people that become activists didn't really initially care to be an activist. They read some stuff, they seen some stuff that was going on, and then wanted to do something. You know what I'm saying? It caused them to do something. You know what I'm saying? Which, you know, is okay, but I just think it's stupid. So, since I'm saying that it's stupid, you know what I mean? The whole thing's stupid, right? Colin Kaepernick, from protest to Nike campaign. Now all of a sudden Nike making money off racism. All of a sudden money, all of a sudden, and then, you know, so we got the Monique, you know, situation going. Well, we're going to take Monique out of here because she's not really going through no, you know, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But we got the Colin Kaepernick, we got the Robert Kraft, we got Robert Kelly, we got Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? We got Steve Harvey. You know what I'm saying? And on top of all this, and we can keep going. It's so much stuff. We got Raz B, B2K, coming out about sexual molestation, accusations against Marcus Houston and some other dude. You know what I'm saying? We got stuff coming out about all kind of people. And on top of that, and on top of all that, and I don't even know if I still have the, you know what I'm I'm saying? I don't even know if I have it still. You know what I'm saying? Um, 'Cause it did pop on my phone as the news. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to read. That's why I kept it. I was holding on to it. But it was saying that Donald Trump so we got a lot of stuff that's been going on with Donald Trump in the last but this was hours ago. It was hours ago. Now they talking about.
Thanks you at home for joining us this hour. Happy Monday.
Now they talking about.
And no, this is not a rerun.
You know, now he changed his mind. Omar denies comparing Obama to Trump. Comments on Democrats show President Trump reporting Paul Manafort. And you can look at these people, like this Pelosi or whatever. It's just like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's who you want to be your president. Come on, man. Right. Black people look at this. I don't know if I'm the only black person. When I look at Pelosi, that's racist. Right. When I see white people like that, growing up, I say instant racist. Right. There is, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about?
What a difference a day can make.
And white people know what white folks know what white racist people look like. You know that lady look racist. You know what I'm saying? You know Donald Trump look like a racist white dude, man. Right? Don't want to have nothing to do with nobody black. But yet he the president. On top of all this, comments on Democrats show Donald Trump's hypocrisy on anti-Semitism. You know, he trying to play hardball. Donald Trump refuses to give up on his wall. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly going to speak about the welfare situation, welfare program. I guess he's somehow, whatever, he's going to modify the program. The whole welfare situation. He's still going for the wall, still trying to get the billions of dollars he needs for the wall. They say Trump is sounding like a lot like Nixon during the Watergate. President Trump proposed a $4.75 trillion budget. Nancy Pelosi on impeachment. Trump is not worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know. This lady don't want to impeach Trump, which would get him moved out the office. But, she's against him. You know what I'm saying? The corruption of the world going on. And the corruption of the world, you got a corrupted president, you got corrupted entertainers, you got corrupted media. I'm showing how all this is connected. You got Tekashi 6ix9ine. You feel me? A lot of this is so difficult because it's a brainwash mechanism to get you ready for something. It's something coming, and they are preparing your mind for it. People are just coming out and right now in Hollywood, in the entertainment world, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of people in the entertainment world coming out. it's some turmoil over in that direction. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, it's a lot of turmoil going on. All right. Now, by me saying that, by me saying all that I've said, Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, has I mean, not Donald Trump, but it's so much. Right. It's a lot. What's happening with black people is this. They're taking away because a lot of times people don't realize how entertainers affect the world. The impact that they had and the way that the world started to revolve with them around. So what happens is you strip them of the legacy and then strip them of identity, as far as you rip their songs from streaming platforms and music platforms. You know, as far as, you know, Bill Cosby, you strip his show. You strip anything that has anything to do with him. So now what's happening is our brain isn't getting fed the truth anymore. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and to make sure you won't go back and search, because this is a person that gave you a lot of truth, that when your eyes open, you're going to think about him. Right. You're going to think about some things that he said. When your eyes open. You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is they finna take all that away. So when they bust you, when they hit you what they about to hit you with, right? When they hit you what they about to hit you with, you won't be aware. You'll fall for it. You don't have Biggie. You won't have. Soon you ain't gonna be able to look at these YouTube videos. Right? You ain't gonna be able to go get no old YouTube videos of Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. And then it's a bad side that these artists, these people had to take part in. You know what I'm saying? Which is the reason it's you know, you sold your soul. There you go. Right. Now you trying to, but at the same time, here we go. They sold their soul. Right. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't listen to them. Right. They trying to tell you something. Right. They sold. They said, hey. Right. This shit's real. Right. This shit's real. And you know, we brainwashed, right? Oh, they just saying it because they broke. Right. All they saying because they about to go, because he got a new album. Right. Or he about to try to sell a new album. You see what I'm saying? So we like, well, fuck, you know. Nah, it ain't because this dude really scared for his life. Right. These people out here really, what these people trying to tell you? These people out here killing them. Look at R. Kelly, man. Look at him. Look at what he done. Okay, or whatever. What stood out to me is that you know what I'm saying? I forgot what I read, but he went to prison He got out of prison. He got out, not prison, forgive me. He bonded out of jail, right? On, what's that called? Right, child support, right? Right. He bonded out of jail on child support charges. And the next day, probably before the next day, somebody bringing him another tape saying, look, I got a tape of him doing this, that, and the third. Right. You know what I'm saying? What does that tell you? Because, see, this is what we overlook. That is proof that this man is being attacked. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Every time this man, they feel like this man escaped out of one window or one door, here goes somebody else coming with this. Right. If he escaped that, somebody come with this. Right. If he escaped that, right. That's what's going on. Right. In your face, just boldly in your face. Right. They can't even do it all at one time. Right. Let's throw it all on them at one time. Right. Because it looked kind of funny after a while that, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? He did what he did. Right. Y'all let him free. Right. You know what I'm saying? He free now. Then every time this mother, y'all keep letting him free, y'all keep, but he did it, but he did it, but he did it. So there is some people after him. God. There is people after him. There is people, whatever. Like I say, who gives a fuck, man? Who gives a fuck? You put your daughter over there. You didn't give a fuck where your daughter was, or you didn't come try to fight the nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't called no police over there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't told, you know what I'm saying? You ain't did, half these people ain't did nothing to go get their daughters. Right. To go, you know what I'm saying? Anything. None of these people gave a fuck when it was right there on television. Right. In front of all you old motherfuckers. Right. It was right there on television, right there before your eyes. You ain't had shit to say about it. So he getting attacked. Right. Because that was all right. Right. Remember that? Right. Right. But remember when you found out he was married to her? Right. Right. That was all right, remember? Right. You didn't have nothing to say, you still was buying his albums. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? You got a problem. Yeah, the man being attacked. Bill Cosby was attacked. This is what I'm getting at. You cannot, for one, you can't tell no regular woman in the street, a citizen woman, a pedestrian, they got raped. She got raped, right? And because she came in a week after, right? You see what I'm saying? Right. You say that she can't press charges, or that you can't do anything for her, because she had to come within what is it? A day to 3 days. Hey, you know what I'm saying? 3 days to a week. After, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You got to come in right then. They can't help you. So why do these women get to show up 35 years later? Right. You know what I'm saying? But y'all told a woman on the street. Right. A woman in the street. Right. If she don't come to you within 3 days to a week, right? Hey, you can't help her. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't help this woman. But some women can come and say they was whatever happened to them 35 years ago. Right. 25, 35 years ago. But it's women walking around out here in the street that y'all said y'all can't help. Come on, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That just, these women popping up, I was only, I'm not having sympathy for you 15-year-old girls. And because your parents put money and materialistic things in your face. They tell you don't mess with this man if he don't have this, that, and the third. Which brings me to Steve Harvey. You writing these books telling these women don't mess with these men unless they have this, that, and the third. But like dude said, you been married 3 times. Right. And your third wife was a mistress. You haven't even been married for 10 years yet. Right. But you wrote that book in the midst. It's obvious now. Right. It's obvious now that you was writing those books in the midst of cheating on your own wife. Right. You was cheating on your wife while you was writing these books. Right. On advice. You know what he told? You know what he told Monique? He said the best thing you can do for homeless people, right? The best thing you can do for homeless people, right, is let them be poor. Right. The best thing you can do for poor people is let them be poor. Right. You know what I'm saying? In other words, the best thing you can do for poor people, right, is not do anything at all. Right, it ain't your right. He sounded a lot like my uncle. And my family. Yeah. I don't care about what he say. Yeah. You know, he was all about his family, which, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's cool. But a lot of, but that's all you got, bruh. I see you trying to fall back on that. It ain't. But your wife, you know why your family, you know why you scared? Because that's a form of scariness. Right. You know, when somebody say, oh, but my family is about my family. Right. But what about my family? Right. I'm talking about, you're scared. Because you're about to lose your family. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because you went about it the wrong way. You and your girl. Right, you know what I'm saying? You and Gail, or what's her name? Margaret? I don't even. You and Margaret, bruh. Right, you know, you're both wrong. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And you using God. Right? Yeah, you using the fact that you go to church, that you mess with T.D. Jakes. That you been on his show to give your testimony. You been on the show a couple times. Right, you know what I'm saying? To speak to the people about how you used to cuss. How you ain't gonna cuss no more. But ass and stuff like that, it's you know. All this stuff is connected. It's not connected. We think connected through somehow these people are connected through some type of media. No. Steve Harvey is who I be talking about. People like that. It's an illumination. Right. They show you to the light, but the light is just an illumination. It's not even a light. No, it's not even a real light. Right. It's just something that can illuminate, make itself look like a light. But it's not even a light. 15. He was on this one show, and it was about 5 or 6 girls, and they was saying they was having trouble because they had careers, right? But couldn't find a man, right? So they called in Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey didn't have nothing for him. Man, he didn't have nothing for him. He didn't have nothing to say for him. And the women were stupid. One woman said, look, he got to be 6'5". That's why you ain't married. Right, you know, right there. Because you stupid. Right, you know, that's why you single. That's one of the reasons at least. If you say you got to be 6'5", I'd go with 6'4". But most definitely 6'5". What the fuck is an inch? Right, what the fuck is an inch? Come on, man. Right, like you got an inch. Right, come on, man. But they going off because that shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing right there don't work. The whole 2-day rule, that don't work. Right, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff that we be saying, this stuff don't work, man. What work is what's natural. Wow. Whatever comes natural is what works. Right. If you doing a 2-day rule, that ain't natural. Right. You ain't going with the flow. Right. You sitting up here deliberately waiting 2 days. Right. You sitting here literally waiting 2 days. That is not going with the flow. Right. That's not going with the flow. Right. That's something you doing. That is not natural. Right, that is not flowing naturally. That's not happening. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You got Jesse Smollett. On look at what's going on. Right. Right, he supposedly hired some people to jump him, make it look like a racist attack. For what? I guess to make Trump look bad. Like y'all put on this Trump hat. Right. For all we know, he seen Trump personally. Right. Trump said something, didn't do something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We don't know. We know he had an album, right? Yeah, he coming out with an EP, an LP, whatever the fuck he was finna get ready to promote. You feel me? He had the Empire finale coming up. 7 episodes, 6, 7 episodes. They dropped him down to 4, and he's not the main, and it's not centered around him. Right? Now he's just a character. The grand finale was centered around him. Right? It was supposed to be centered around him. You see what I'm saying? Homosexual. Right? Homosexual. Right. You see why I'm getting, like, all this stuff is connected. Right. Right. All of it's connected, and all of it's, the result of it is through some type of sexual shit going on. Right. So through some type of sexual preference or preference of a person. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got, like I say, Steve Harvey, you cheating on your wife is your mistress. You married your mistress. Because people get lame and people don't know how to deal with it. People get boring, people get old, right? And people don't know how to live with it. Right. That's why you're not supposed to let your kids just start, when something get old, and you just let them throw it away and get another one and throw it, right, and replace it and stuff like that. You feel me? Because they grow up in life, we grew up in life and we want to replace what's not. Oh, you're not so funny anymore. So you want to go to somebody funny. Oh, you don't have a great conversation anymore. So you want to go to somebody with a greater conversation. This woman tired. But you know what? Fuck that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Right. She can't be tired. So I'm finna go to a wife with more energy. And then when that wife lose energy, then what? Right. Then when that wife get, then what? Right. You gonna be jumping and skipping and hopping and skipping. You're on your third one. And since you a devout man, the Bible says you can get divorced. It says you can divorce. And you can remarry, but it got to be for the right reasons. So you can't be over here cheating on your wife. Right? And then decide, you know what, fuck I'm gonna go with the mistress. Right? And think God is in your favor. All right. Think he rolling with you. I don't get people sometimes, bro. Right. Then you on TV, this is the way you stand. No, that's not the way. That's not the way, man. That's not the way that a lot of these brothers is doing it. And even for the people that I put out there, as far as doing the, you know, like Tony Rock saying that about what he said about Steve Harvey. Even though I was like, yeah. Even he has showed me some stuff, you know, I can go back on him. You know what I'm saying? If we want to talk about the corruption of people's minds, because now we ain't even talking about black. And me specifically, I'm never really talking about black people. Right. I'm talking about people as a whole, because here go what I said, what the title means when I says why it doesn't matter. Because it's prophesied and it's put that it's gonna be the corruption. Right. There's gonna be this evil. There's gonna be this stuff that's gonna overwhelm. Right. And make you try to come into its order. Right? The one world order. Trump was predicted to be the president before he was the president. I believe Dick Gregory, out of all people, predicted that Trump will be the president. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And before that, it was a video on Illuminati 2012, 2013 that predicted that Trump would be the president. And when they said that it was when they said the new world order has 10 commandments of its own. Right. Not the 10 commandments from the Bible, but the new world order has 10 commandments of its own. Right. It was a person that was standing by that stone. Right? Yeah. Guess who that person was? Right. It was Donald Trump. All right. It was standing by that stone. So all I'm saying is, for people who want to wake up now, right? You know what I'm saying? For people that want to be enlightened now, right? You feel me? Understand that you can't say or do anything to change the outcome. Right. Regardless of how you feel and what you know. You know what I'm saying? The outcome is not going to change. You feel me? The outcome is not going to change. So we can sit here and fake the funk. Right. You feel me? And do all this, that, and the third. Like we can change something, but we can't change it. Right. All you can do is acknowledge it. Right. The thing is, the people who see the signs are the people, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be chosen. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. And a lot of people not going to even be able to be comprehend the sign. So if you're a person that's catching on and you seeing this and it's interesting, it's interesting you and it's capturing your attention because you are already aware in some way, you already have some type of knowledge. You are a person whose eyes are open to signs. But when you see certain stuff, it connects. Just like when I see stuff, with all the stuff that's going on, it's all connected. You know what I'm saying? And so it trickles down until the regular society, right? So the people's behavior in society is of the Illuminati, what we describe as the Illuminati with the sex, 15-year-old, man, I don't give a damn, man. We teach them early, right? We teach them early as far as our mothers, right? Because our mothers are, you know what I'm saying, glammy women, right? They glammy, they getting really hitting the club, they drinking, right? You know what I'm saying? You grow up, you a little girl, you a little boy, you seeing it, that your mom's dressed real snazzy, dressed, for one, to me, it was always difficult for me to get close to my aunties or get close to anybody that was related to me when their cleavage was out. Like if they cleavage was exposed, right? I really don't want to hug. Right? I ain't. You know what I mean? That's just me. Like I don't want to hug my grandmother. I don't want to hug you. Right? You need to cover your cleavage up. I'm a little kid. I'm your son. I'm your nephew. I'm your grandson. Right? You know what I'm saying? I am not trying to hug you in no tight, skimpy ass clothes. Right. You sitting here popping your ass around these little kids, these little girls. You sitting around here, dudes driving up. You running outside, jumping in their car, driving off. Right. You feel me? Right. Then when R. Kelly when R. Kelly pull up and flash a couple dollars, he'll start. Now you got your little 15-year-old girl jumping out in the car. Right. That's what's going on. Right. That's how I'm saying. That's how R. Kelly affects the world. Like he don't affect the world, but he affect an aspect of this earth. Right. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Just that idea when you doing that, and you trying to raise somebody with decency. And then we get too beside ourselves because we too caught up in our own life. That you're looking at your daughter, you're looking at your son, you're looking at this, and you saying, you can't see that they worse than you. Right, now you mad. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because they are poor, now you mad. Disowning your kids, they get rebellious. It's gonna happen. That's us getting rebellious is gonna happen regardless. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what we get rebellious about, she mimicking you. Right. 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is they anxious. They see you doing it and they kind of experimenting with it with the little boys. But these little boys are experimenting too. Not with grown women, but with money and trying to become a man as far as getting some money in your pocket, getting your own clothes. Right. Take care. You got a little sister, you got a little brother. Right. You're gonna take care of the people. They try, and what happens is they have to revolve around older men. So when these girls go over to these little boys, sometimes when they go, there's not just little boys, there's also grown men. Right. You don't understand what's going on here. See, the chick already anxious to grow up. She's already anxious to want to know what it feels like to jump in that car. What happens? She want to know what happens on the other side of that. She like when this dude show up and drop you off to Taco Bell. Huh? Yeah, she said on the couch, he came over with some KFC. Drop the KFC in there. She want to feel what the other side of that like. Right, you know that? She saying you glammed out. She steady manipulating you to let her glam herself and let me put this on. All right, it started little at first. What can I at least? All right, well, you can do that, but you can't do that. Right, you can do that, but you can't do that. Okay, thank you. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right, you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know that you training your own daughter to jump in R. Kelly's lap. Right. You training your daughter to jump in. If they see a celebrity and a celebrity got anything to say, they jump in their lap. Right. Just like the Kashi 6ix9ine and the chick that say that he can't wait. He sent the Uber, Lyft to pick her up and everything. And she's 16. The nigga's only 21. Right. For one, it ain't even illegal. Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They wanna. That's how you know they picking with people. For one, they got a 16-year-old girl talk about. Right. He done sent the and. You probably don't even listen to your mama. Right. You probably don't even live with your mama. You probably running away. Right. That's what happens when your mama ain't doing and your daddy ain't doing. That what happened. Right. Now you trying to want somebody to defend you against this dude right here that let you. That you are jumped in the Uber. You didn't say he came in the Uber. Right. You didn't say he came in the Lyft. Right. You said he sent one. Right. That means that you didn't have to get in the Lyft. Right. But you got in the Lyft, didn't you? Right. I'm saying you got in there anyway, rode all the way out there. At 16 years old. Right. That's how you know when that's how you know that they just trying to get money. That is, you know what I'm saying? What was going on. But it's still corruption. And it's still a little girl, right? You know what I'm saying? That because, here's a little, bloop, he jumped in the car. Right. Oh, he got some money, bloop, jumped in the car. Oh, he got a nice car, bloop, jumped in the car. Right, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he got the, bloop, jumped in the car. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then we sit up here, oh, you a child molester. Your daughter is a freak. Right, you know what I'm saying? She'll drop down to 2Ds and start sucking dick for a little or nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? At 15, ain't nobody forcing that girl to have no. A lot of the time, like this, you for it? Ain't nobody forced her. She willingly grabbed my dick. She willingly touched my dick. She willingly got freaky with me. She want to know how big my dick was. She started this whole conversation. You know, she the one that started this. Now, because other girls are running talking about, oh, he wrong. Oh, now you running with him? Oh, he wrong. Nah. Right. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You macked him down. Some of y'all macked him down. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you 15, you trying to use that. Nah. You come back 35 years later, he did this to me. Nah. There is no help for you. You played that. That's what happens when we let our people go. Right? When we let the people round our roof, they live round our roof when we let them go. Right? And I ain't talking about let them go like you let them walk out the door. I'm talking about you let them go as far as acknowledging. Right? You let them go as far as acknowledging your behavior. Right? And what you doing and what they learning from. Because you was brainwashed too. You programmed too. And you ran out the door too. You ran out the door, you did all that too. And it's a repeated cycle. It'll keep happening over and over. It ain't going. We're going to have many more. As long as this world is going, we're going to have many more. R. Kelly's and whoever. Right, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have plenty more. Right. Some more on their way right now. It's some more on their way. It's sad, but I'm not here to wake you up. I'm here to wake the enlightened ones. I'm here to wake the ones who keep pondering on it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to tell them, you see, you're not wrong, you're not crazy. This is not a fluke. Spirituality is not fake. I know a lot of people go and sit in church and they go right back out like they never went. Right, you know what I'm saying? I know people do this. And it might make you feel like spirituality in church and stuff like that. Hey, and the Bible and God and stuff, it might make you feel like that's fake. And it might make you feel like God ain't coming back. And it might make you feel like Jesus ain't coming back. But what I'm trying to warn you is that the spirituality is real. It's real because through what's already been said, the behavior been written down to a T. Somebody sat and wrote the human behavior, wrote the mind and what they would do and what the future would look like. What will happen in the future. Somebody sat down and wrote this. Right. You're not crazy. God never said you had to be from a religion, neither did Jesus. If you over there feeling like, well, they said you ain't got to be from, he ain't said that. He ain't told you to be from a religion, period. Put a period on it, because through the whole entire Bible, that man ain't never said be a Christian, be a Muslim, be a Baptist, be a Jehovah. He ain't said nothing about that. Even in the Jehovah book, right? If you read the Jehovah Witness book, he ain't said nothing about no religion. Right. If you read the Muslim, you read the Quran, right? That man ain't said nothing about be a Muslim, right? He ain't even said he was a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Jesus not one time said I'm a Christian. He didn't say I was he said baptized. Right, that's a total different thing. Right, he said I'm gonna get baptized and I'm gonna baptize some people. Right, he ain't said nothing about he was a Baptist. Right, you know what I'm saying? He ain't said nothing about he was a Christian. He ain't said he was a Jew. He ain't said he was a Hebrew. Right, you know what I'm saying? He ain't said none of that. So why we up here picking and choosing, I don't know. But I know that the way people are going by things. I know that every time you look up, you got another one of these big, you know what I'm saying, church people touching some kids or manipulating the community out of some money, right, you know what I'm saying, or selling people dreams, right, you know what I'm saying, or doing this stuff where they acting like they healing somebody. You should already know not to go to a church that sells stuff. I'm gonna just keep it real, man. Right. You should already know not to go to church that sells stuff. Right. But yet and still, you all up in the church buying a $4 plate, some chicken and greens and macaroni. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You all up in church buying somebody's album. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. They got you buying their album. Right. They got you paying for Bibles. Right, you know, right. You supposed to just hand that out. You know what I'm saying? They up there writing their own literature. Right, you know what I'm saying? Writing their own little books and then selling them. Right in the temple. You should, now Jesus, right? Jesus said himself, right? He don't like nobody selling nothing in the temple. Right? Right. So why are these big people that we look up to with these huge mega churches, right, holding thousands and thousands of people, sitting up here trying to sell me a book, right, that they wrote, right, some stuff that they wrote, it got their face on it. It don't got God's face on it. It don't got Jesus' face on it. It got their face on it. And it costs $9.99. Right, it costs $9.99. Man, you ain't supposed to be selling stuff in the temple, bruh. Right. But yet you're doing it. So that's my sign. That's the signs that I peep. Right, I say that don't make no sense according to the Bible. Right, you can tell me everything, man. You can tell me, give me every excuse in the book, man. It's not gonna work. Jesus said what he said. A parable is a parable. That means those are examples. Those are what they call them. You know what I'm saying? Right. A parable is telling you something, but you have to get it. Right. It's almost like a riddle. Right. You talk about the weeds growing from the stone and growing from grass and growing from that's telling you something about life, right? But it's using an analogy of talking about weed and how weeds grow, which is basically using facts. Really, really what's being said is a fact in that one. Because if you do throw some seeds on the ground, on concrete, right? Trust me, ain't nothing gonna grow. Right? Right, you know what I'm saying? It'd be just, you know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Yeah, you throw some seeds and some sticker bushes or something, or whatever them things are called, they gonna get choked up. They gonna grow. They gonna be all choked up in there. That's a fact. That ain't even that's a fact. But he using that story, he using that parable, to say something else. Even though that parable, what can happen to seeds? Everything he said about the seeds in the ground, those are facts. Right. That's a fact within itself. We could just take what he's trying to say out and just go get some seeds, right, and just plant them in some good grass, some good healthy grass, right, and they gonna grow. That's a fact. Right. That's a fact. But he was trying to say something else. Right. And what I'm saying by this is, when he wants to make an analogy or something, right? Right. He calls it a parable. Right. I'm saying, this is a person example, bro. Right. I'm saying, this is not. Yeah. He didn't walk into the temple, flip a table over, and say a parable, did he? You know what I'm saying? Because then we could say we confused. We can say, you know what, we didn't know what you was talking about. Right. You know what I'm saying? We thought you was talking about grass. We didn't know you was talking about money. Right. You know what I'm saying? We can say that. Right. But since he walked in there, flipped the table over, and he ain't said no parable. Right. He didn't give no analogy. He said exactly what the hell he meant. Right. So why you in these temples here in the future, in present day, and you selling us your little books, little CDs, whatever y'all singing? See what I'm saying? You're not supposed to do that in the temple. It's not supposed to be anything in there for sale. Why? It's not supposed to be nothing in that temple. Why? That's for sale. But yet it is. That's the signs that I notice. To let me know, you need to get out this church, bro. Right? Because God don't approve of this church. God don't approve of these people. Not all of them. Because all of them don't know no better. Right. A lot of them don't know no better. They brainwashed the program too. The preacher, hey, look, you go to that church you want to, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. Telling you, bro, they're taking all your money. I don't always have to give somebody some money in order to tithe. I can really choose what I want to get. Right, you know, whatever I got that I want to get. Right. I got some toenail clippers, bro. That's all I got here. Right. You know what I'm saying? I love these toenail clippers, man. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yo, go on, take them, bro. This church funded. Ain't nobody got to bring no money, and this church gonna still be standing. Right, right. Okay. Right. This is a non-profit organization. Right. Right, you know, right. All right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You take the shirt off my back. Right. That's all I got. And you know what? You supposed to take that shirt. Right. You supposed to take it. That's my offer. Right. Because that's all I got. For one, it says give something important. Give something that means something to you. Right. Unto someone else. It say give something that you love, right, unto your brothers and sisters. Right. Your brothers and sisters, when it say brothers and sisters in the Bible, it's not always talking about your biological, right, brothers and sisters. Right. It's talking about your brothers and sisters in Christ, because when you become in Christ, when you become new in Christ, you become reborn like a baby. Right. Right. Therefore, which will make you his kid. You will be God's kid. So therefore, everybody that comes into Christ is who? Right. It's your brother and your sister. Right. Being reborn again as a kid, everybody being reborn, coming out the womb. Wow. What comes next out that same womb is what? Right. It's your kinfolk that is related to you. Right. That is your brother, your sister, whatever. Right. Feel me? That's how it works. So when it say give something unto your brother, unto your sister, it ain't talking about your real brother. Right. It's not talking about your real sister. Right. You feel me? Right. And when it say give something, it's not always 10%. 10% could be anything. Right. You know what I mean? Right. What's 10% of everything in this room? This fan, well, look, you can have this heater. All right. That's all I got. You know, take my heater. You know, I would have to suffer when it get cold. I ain't got no heat. Right. So that means a lot to me. Right, this heater right here. Right. Right. So I'm giving it to you. Right. That's what an offering is. Right. That's what a burnt offering is. It explains it. 10% of your earnings, you earn more than money. Right, you know what? Right. Money's not the only thing you earn. Right. You earn trust too. Right. You can give somebody some of your trust. Right. Right, you know what I'm saying? You earn respect too. Right. You can give somebody some of your respect. Right, you know? How about that? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But nobody is not saying nothing about that. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because it will hinder what you like to do. That's a lot of people's problem. If it's something that you like doing over and over, it will cause you to make bad decisions. Because you really don't want to get that up. You know what I'm saying? You really don't want to get it up. So anybody that coming against it, if they outnumber that, oh, you gonna prolong. Why? You gonna keep it. You gonna keep doing what you're doing because you don't want to stop. So all you need is 3-4 other people come and say the same thing, and guess what? You gonna roll with that. That's why when people come to church, you need one person. You know why homosexuals is in church? And, you know, I ain't got nothing against homosexuals, but God do. Right. I don't want to let y'all know that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against you, but God do. Okay? But that's why you got a homosexual in church. Because if somebody walk around, oh, it's okay. Then the next person, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Then they go with the homosexual. Wow. Oh, now if the homosexual don't feel so guilty. Don't feel so bad. Because most of the people either doing it or saying, oh, don't worry about it, it's okay. Right. Now, that is a big deal. It's a real big deal. You condemn yourself. It said in the Bible. Right. Right. It said you will be condemned. Right. Yeah, you know. I don't know if, but see, because it worked for you, because you happy, right? Right. Well, it makes me happy. Right. Okay. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes me happy. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. If that's all your life is about, being happy, right, you go head on with your life then. That's the whole reason why God wants you to go through the whole thing that he wants you to go through anyway. Right? Because he can't trust that. He can't trust that you want to be happy. Right. Right. What happened when he not making you happy? Right. You gonna go somewhere else to be happy? Right. You gonna start calling Satan? Right. You gonna call Lucifer? Right. Hey, I'm not happy up here with God. Can you come get me? Right. That what you gonna do? That's the homosexuals. I choose to respect them, and I choose to leave them the fuck alone. Right? Let them mind their own business, do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm not finna disrespect you. Right? I'm not finna disrespect you or show that I have anything against you. But here's the truth. Right? This is the truth. This is the real truth. I do not respect you. Right? You know what I'm saying? Right? You know what I'm saying? Really, as you can't come to me and say and speak up for yourself. Right. And say you standing up for yourself as a what? Right. As a man or as a woman? Right. Because for one, I'm confused. Right. Right. As you even standing up for yourself. Because you stand up for yourself now? You stand up for yourself now? But you was weak. Right. You was scared to be a man. Right. Being a man, being as you was hard for you. Right. That you couldn't go, you wasn't happy. And all you wanted to be was happy. Right. So you sacrificed, you sold your soul in order to put a smile on your face. That's why it says, smile now, right, cry later. Right. That's a fact. Right. You can be happy now, you're going to cry. Right. You're going to wish you never made that decision. You know what I'm saying? Robert Kraft, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Right. And whoever else. R. Kelly was smiling for those 30 years, wasn't he? Right. He was the man. He was the king. He was the Pied Piper. Right. Huh? He was the Pied Piper. Right. Remember? Right. Now look what he doing. He on there crying. Right. He on there buzzing out. Right. Crying. Live television. Broke down. Remember his attitude before then? Right. Before it got real serious? Because this shit, it really just started like 3-4 months ago. Right. Like 3-4-5 months ago, it really popped off. Right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think he was gonna really go that far, did he? You can tell, right? Because when he had an interview, he would always get up and walk out the interview, didn't he? Right. If you ask him the wrong thing, remember how bold he was? Right. Remember you ask him the wrong thing, he'll get, hey, don't ask me that. You ask me that one more time. Right. You ask me that one more time and get up and leave. Right. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do this interview. I came here to talk about my music. I came here to talk about my career. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Now you want an interview. Right. Now you over there begging, please. Right. What he doing? What he doing, y'all? What he doing? He crying, ain't he? Right. You smile now, you'll cry later. You better choose to cry. What it's saying is, deal with the pain. Right. Deal with it. Right. So you can not have to deal with it later. Right. Right. I don't care what you feel. You're going to deal with it later. Right. So you mean to tell me you'd rather be happy right now than to be happy later on? Right. Is that what you tell me? Right. Because what they're saying is, if you're happy now, right, you're not going to be happy later on. Right. That totally goes out the window. Right. You feel me? Right. So you want to smile now? Just like Ice Cube. What's the name of his CD? Smile now, cry later. Right. Right. What's the name What's the little faces that the Mexicans like to draw? Right. The Mexicans always draw. Right. They always got damn near any gangster Mexican that you come across. Right. They're gonna have this tattoo. Right. And they're gonna always draw these faces. Smile now, cry later. You feel me? It says it in the Bible. Right. It's real brief. It says those words and move on, just like it says eye for an eye. You can't go in there and just say this whole big thing on eye for an eye. Right. Right. It's just some real brief words. Right. Right. Real quick. Eye for an eye. Say eye for an eye. What it say? Tooth for a tooth. Right. Limb. Right. Ear for an ear. If you talk to somebody with your mouth, mouth for a mouth. Right. Whatever you see. Look, man. Don't play and act like this ain't real. Right. Look at this dude. 6 Super Bowl rings. 11 or 12 Super Bowl appearances. Right. You know what I mean? You can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can imagine. But guess what now? Huh? Right. Guess what now? You know what I'm saying? It's a price you gotta pay for when you want to smile and want to be happy. That's what I be telling people. And people think stuff is gonna happen when you like nah. This could be 10, 15 years down the line. Right. It's gonna hurt you though. Right. It's gonna be devastating to you. I ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. Right, you know, that's you. Right. And you gonna suffer. That's why I don't be sweating like getting stuff faster. You got people at work stealing tables just to make an extra buck. Right. If you ain't paying attention to the customers coming in, you don't know. You just got played for a table. Right. They'll just jack you for a table. Right. They up there got to skipping your name and everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just to get a few extra dollars. Just to get fired. Or just to quit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You smile now, I'm telling you, you're gonna cry later. I seen people do that. I let them do it to me. I'm like, I ain't finna come over there arguing with you about no table. Cause you don't know them people. Right, you don't know what them people finna do. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. And guess what? They done stole the table, and then the table tip them $1. Right, if 5 people at the table. Right, right. They only got a $2, $3 tip. Right. But they done stole that. Now they over there looking at you. You got one table. You got a table where it's only one person. Right. They done tipped you $10. Right. Right. One person done tipped you $10. They done stole the table because they had 4, 5, 6 people. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. They thought they was finna get a tip off $3. $3, $4, $5. Even if they get a $10 tip, you stole the table of 6 people. Right. They get a $10 tip. Why have one single person and still got $10? Right. That goes to show you that don't work. Right. That goes to show you that in the end result, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not playing into nobody's game but God. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing into nobody's game but God, man. I don't care about those. You can have that. God put me in a situation to make $500. He didn't really put me in a situation. He gave me some extra stuff, and I'm fucking that up. by smoking weed and want to go get stuff to eat when I ain't got to. Right, you know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the third. You feel me? Hey, you know what I'm saying? But he put me in a position to really get 500 because I ain't really getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you put the stuff that I'm spending on myself and stuff, it still ain't nothing. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. He put me to get this woman $500. Right. And guess what? I'm not concerned about anything else. Right. But that $500. I don't care about stealing no table. Right. I don't care about doing some extra stuff trying to get somebody fired or none of that. Because he put me in a situation to bring the amount home. Right. The amount that was requested is the amount he allowed me to bring home. And how I know that God is real and that he exists, and I know that he's working my life, is because this whole situation, why I'm in this situation. How did I get in the situation? Did I follow, you know what I'm saying, the person around? Did I follow her around? Did I follow the person around? Was I constantly coming in and out? Was I constantly begging, asking? No. The crazy thing was, she was homeless too. And somebody called her and said, can I use you? Da 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 da. Right. And that's how she got the apartment. Right. Before then, she was living in a hotel. Right. A motel. That I was living in the shelter. And every here and there, I'm not going to say all the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But here and there, I had to send the money. For one, let's get this straight. Right. When she first had to go to a motel, I'm the motherfucker when she didn't have no money. For a minute, that sent her some money in order to even get the motel. Right. While I was in a shelter. Right. With no place to live, didn't even have no home for my damn self. So that's how I know God is real. Right. And then he said, well, here, this is what I want you to bring. You don't need no more, no less. Right, you know what I'm saying? Just bring, you got it. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool. But I ain't up there trying to get no extra stuff. Right. I'm not trying to steal no table. Whatever I'm getting, that's what I'm getting. I bring it, and there you go. Right. And that's how we keep pushing it. And that's what he gave me, and that's what he want me to do right now. That's how I think about it. Because I'm not getting caught up in this TV media. They got Cardi B doing shows for porn stars. She throwing concerts for porn stars now. Porn stars know on a first name basis. Huh? You know what I mean? Porn stars know her number. Right. Call her, hey. Right. We need you to come do this show. You think you can do this show? What happens at they after party? Huh? Right. We just see her doing the show. Right. We ain't seen what happened after the show. Right. Shit, right. Okay. What happens after they after party? At a pornography award show. Right. What happens after okay? This is what we missing. Right. This is what we missing, folks. But your daughter talking about whatever the fuck she sing. Right. Your daughter love Cardi B. Your daughter ain't even 15. Right. Your daughter younger than 15. Know all about Cardi B. But you can't even save your own kids, man. only thing that can save your kids is God. Right. You can't, when you think you protecting your kids, you're not protecting your kids. Because you can't protect your kids. It's impossible to protect your kids. Because that's just logical truth. Right. That's logical truth. Right. You take your kid and drop your kid off anywhere. Hey. Something could happen to your kid at that point. You can't see, you mean to tell me you trust your teacher? Right. You trust that teacher to protect your kid. Well, what if that teacher is scary? What if that teacher can't protect themselves? Right. What if some little boys, some young boys walk up in the school with some guns and start shooting everybody? Right. And one of your kids is one of the kids that die. Right. Did you protect your kid? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You can't protect your kid. That's why you need God, man. Because God can protect your kid. God can protect your kid from hell. He can protect your kid from going to hell. Right, you know. He can do that. He can protect your relationship. Right. He can protect your marriage. But if you're not living right according to, because everything is the opposite. Let's get that one thing understood. What Christian people do as far as obeying God, Christian and the Muslim people, that's not the way you obey him. You don't walk into his church and sell your album. Right, you know what I'm saying? You don't walk into his church and sell your book. Right, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? The total opposite. You don't sit here and let some homosexual man walk in this church without trying to put your hands on him. And I ain't talking about beat him up. Right. If you gonna sit up here and heal somebody, right, you know what I'm saying, put your hand on their forehead, right, I don't see why this dude out on stage singing and dancing and laughing. One day I went to church and the dude and the homosexual was on stage talking about how God showed him a house. Right. Told him the house gonna be his. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I said, dude, God kind of condemns homosexuals, man and woman, not just. That's why I don't care for no lesbian. It don't really. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, oh wow, cause two girls kissing. I'm like, them. Hey, look, it look good. Right. Yeah. Hey, but I'm happy. Huh? But I'm happy. Okay, be happy. You know what I'm saying? Be happy. Right. Has nothing to do with me. Right. But I'm telling you, if I was a preacher, I would not let you walk into my church. Right. And not try to save you. Right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because I am not fit to let you walk in my church. I'm not going to let you walk in here and corrupt the minds of the people that I am trying to save by thinking it is okay, that it is approved by God himself, which is the only person I answer to. I only worship one person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right. And I would not let no person walk up in my church and corrupt the minds of people who I am trying to say in the name of Jesus Christ. Right. In the name of the Lord. In the name of our Father God. Right. Yeah, I let this man walk over here and I ain't even trying to save him. Right. These little kids walking around here doing what they want, talking all crazy, but when they get up, they know this how you know when a kid can go to hell. Right. Because a kid, in order for you to go to hell, you have to have an understanding. Right, you know what I'm saying? That's all you need. Right. At some point when you snap and start to understand things, right, as far as right and wrong and what you're doing, right, that's when you can go to hell. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if a kid knows how to behave, you know how when your grandmother and your grandfather, right, somebody important walk in, all of a sudden the kids don't know how to cuss no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, without even trying. Right. They ain't even trying to stop. Somehow they know how to stop. Right? Well, even if they 3. Right. They 3-year-old little kid. Over there, he doing whatever. That older person come over there and all of a sudden they cut it out. That little 3-year-old old enough to go to hell. Right. So whoever this 3-year-old, right, whoever this 3-year-old parents is, y'all need to get it together. Right. Cause this little boy understand. This little girl, she understand. And as long as you understand, right, you old enough to go to hell. It's real. Right. You can play if you want to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm finna pour this out here before I leave. Before I go. God flooded the earth. Yeah, okay? And I keep pointing that out because I really need people to understand everything that was included in flooding the earth. Yeah. You can imagine. Go ahead, use your common sense. Right. This is a no-brainer right here. He didn't just kill a grown women, right, and grown men, right. He killed children too. Right. He killed everybody. Right. He don't care about coming down here and have to take your kids away from you. Right. He will do that. He has proven. You Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Right. He went into the village. There was a grown man, right, and a grown woman. Right. What do that tell you? Right. That there could be kids in the village. Right. Did that ever dawn on you? Right. That there could be kids in the village. Right. This is how brainwashed they got you to look at the Bible just as, I don't know how you can look at it, but look at the Bible as you reading the book. You see them pictures, you reading James Patterson, you reading Dean Koontz, you reading Stephen King, you reading all these people, right? And you getting these little pictures of the streets and the houses and how they dress and how they look. Right. But it's crazy that when you read the Bible, you don't get an image of what's going on. Right, you know what I'm saying? In this Bible. You feel me? Because if you got an image, you would realize that God killed kids too. He will kill them too. If you leave him with no choice. Right. He will take them too. Right. And they will go to hell like everybody else. Right. Right. It'll be kids in hell, and there will be grown-ups in hell. Right. Right. Together. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people need to understand. In church, we're not teaching you. In the temples, we're not teaching you reality. We're not teaching you the realistic way to look at it. Kids don't even think this stuff got anything to do with them. They just be walking around church like, ha ha, right? They don't even realize you can go to hell too, right? You can die. Right. And then we don't want to tell them because, oh, well, we don't want to. You need to tell them now, right? Because the world is already working on brainwashing them as they born, right? For one, when a kid is born, they already in debt. That's what a lot of parents don't know. Right. A lot of people don't even know this. That for every kid that's born is already in a $50,000 debt, right? Just that fast. Right. A lot of people don't even know. Right. They have your kid in debt. Right. Right. Your kid's in debt. Right. The world's already working on. Right. As soon as they was born, they been worked on. Right. Already programming them and training them. Right. All that. With your assistance. Right. With your help. Right. Cause you brainwashed. Right. I'm brainwashed. Right. Like I tell people, if you ain't doing 20, 30, if you ain't thinking 10, 20, if you ain't thinking 20, 30 years ahead, you're losing. Right. Right. When you fucking with these people up there. Right. Trick what Kanye talking about. Trick what Donald Trump talking about. Right. If you ain't thinking 20, 30 years ahead, you're losing. Regardless, you lost. Right. Just go ahead and chalk it up. That's why the Black Panthers lost. That's why the Black Panthers lost. Right. Right. Because they weren't thinking 20 years ahead. Right. That's why Martin Luther King and Malcolm X is gone. Right. Because they weren't thinking 20 years ahead. 20, 30 years ahead. Because they organizations wasn't thinking that far. They organizations too busy trying to get out of segregation. Right. They organizations too busy trying to get out of poverty. Right. See, that what they organization all about, when their organization should have been thinking 20, 30, 40 years ahead. Right. Then we can win something. Right. But when now we lost. Because when you got some people sitting up here thinking 20, 30 years ahead, 30 years have passed 100 million times. Right. Do you know how many 30 times 20, 30 years have passed? Right. Over and over again? Right. For you to come later on and say, well, I'm going to start thinking 20, 30 years ahead. Well, damn. Right. You 130 years behind. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Right. You 130 years behind, player. Right. That means, you know what that means? That means you already lost. Right. We can sit up here and fight for a cause. We can do is the marching. We can march, protest, whatever you want to do. Guess what? You lost. Right. The protesters lost. Right. Everybody loses. Right. You is not finna beat no people when you thinking for today and you planning shit for a week and a month and a year. These people sitting up here thinking what's already know. Not only are they thinking it, it's already in process, already paid for. Right. They already budgeted it out. Right. They already funded the money, got the money. Right. For something, for a process that's going to take 20 to 30 years. Right. Not only do they got a plan, they got this. You lost. And the only way you can win is to have God. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Right. Because you're not going to win on earth. Right. This fight isn't even your fight. Right. You're just going to be sucked up, right, and took to heaven. Right. You know what I mean? And somebody else is going to do the fighting for you. Right. Other people are going to come and fight the battle for you. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. It says this somewhere in the Bible. Wow. I've never got any scripts. But if you know the Bible, just know the truth, man. Right. Trick how I'm saying it. Right. If you know that this is in there, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. If you read and you come up on it, if you're a preacher, if you're an avid, whatever you doing is for, you know what I'm talking about. Right. Let's not play this. Don't listen to it if he ain't got the Bible. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because I'm not the one brainwashing you because I don't think 20, 30 years ahead. Right. And I ain't got the money or the funding or the team or the organized party, right, you know what I'm saying, to even start it. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. Right, you know what I'm saying? You already brainwashed. Right, that's what you don't know. You think you're smart, but you're not. Right, you're brainwashed. Right. This right, right. Listen, this I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna say this. It says a person with a dirty house. If it's with a dirty home, right? A person with a dirty home has a dirty spirit, right? A person with a clean home, right, has a clean spirit. And I want people to let that resonate, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. Let that resonate. A person with a dirty home, a filthy home, whatever, has a filthy spirit. Which means they have an evil spirit. Which means when you see a person with a dirty house or whatever, most likely they quick to do something fucked up to you. Right. You don't know what it is. But they will do something fucked up to you. You know what I'm saying? They will try to sabotage you, try to get you kicked at your own. Right. Try to get you. You know what I'm saying? Right. They try to do numerous things we don't know. Right. What they gonna do? Right. You know what I'm saying? We just know they gonna do something. If you walk into somebody's house and you see they got a filthy house, or you see they filthy, you see somebody their clothes always sagging off of them, right, hanging off, doing it, right. They a person that has an evil spirit. Right? They have a dirty, unclean spirit. You walk into people's houses always clean. You think they the devil because they mean? Right? They always mean or something. Right. Guess what? Right. They got a clean spirit, bruh. Right? I know you don't want to believe. And another thing I want people to take a note of. The people that's harder on you in your life are always the ones that was honest with you. But the ones that wasn't so hard, that was made everything easy for you, was always the ones who devastated you. Like I say, you want to be happy? Because somebody coming right now and make you happy. But it's always the people who make you happy, right, who devastate you the most. Right. But the people who hard on you, right, rather than tell you what you want to hear, tell you everything what you claim that you don't like, right, or you think is mean, are always the ones that was honest with you. So remember that. Remember those things. Because if you're walking around your home, right, you're walking around your environment, you're walking around certain people, are you a clean person? Right. Do you have a clean spirit? Feel me? And with that said, that's my reason on why it doesn't matter. Because the bad is going to happen anyway. Right. Are you enlightened? Right. Can you see the signs? Do you know when to back out? Right. It's going to happen anyway. Right.